Alright gamers, welcome back to the stream. It's been a little bit of a minute here. I've been kind of busy with my finals week and everything. I am not quite through it yet, so there could still be a delay between streams here. But I found some free time today, so I'm gonna see if I can get in a whole episode here. Anyway, so when we last finished the previous episode, I was working on making my villager farm, which is pretty critical to just about everything else that's going to happen in the remaining, to get to the dragon at least. So it kind of abruptly ended because the second villager that I ended up bringing over here, I didn't realize that the texture of when they're a zombie villager can actually affect what they turn out to be. Turns out that's only the case with nitwit zombie villagers. So I had a zombie villager turn into a nitwit, which sucked because that means, they're basically useless. So I had to go find another zombie villager, and I didn't feel like going all the way back to the abandoned village. I got lucky enough that basically right when I ended that stream, I found just kind of an extraneous zombie villager sitting right down here, brought him up here, and now I do in fact have two farmer villagers up in the chamber, which is good because that means this is complete. So a big priority today is going to be getting some of the basic trades set up. So I need to get 4 stonemasons. That's going to be my primary source of emeralds, especially with this silk touch pickaxe I have. And then also the very first thing that we're going to go for as far as enchants goes is going to be mending, because clearly my tools are in desperate need of mending if I want to keep them around. Speaking of that, I desperately need more diamonds. I have a strong feeling that this armor is probably not going to make it the remainder of this episode. So it's probably a good thing for me to go ahead and prioritize kind of mining. And I can't speed this up really, basically at all. I guess I could throw some bread in the top chamber, but I'm not gonna do that. It's typically as efficient as it needs to be on its own. So this just needs to be in render distance while I kind of do other tasks. The only thing is there's really not a whole lot I can be doing aside from like mining, beyond just like waiting for villagers to drop down in this thing. So I think I'm gonna go revisit this cave, because that was seeming like it was going to be quite productive for me to do. I definitely didn't explore all of it, and I found a good fair amount of diamonds in it the last time I was there. I have a hard time believing that the Stronghold, when I was there, there's no way it's that small, and I kind of want to take an additional look around it and see if I can find more structure to it. I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to go do that later on. If this cave doesn't end up being as productive as I want it to be, I'll probably end up doing that later this episode. But I refuse to believe that it was just that small. So yeah, I think that's going to be the first thing that I end up doing. Hopefully, I have a good feeling that that'll stay within render distance. As long as I'm in this cave, I think it wraps around and kind of goes back towards my base anyway. So hopefully, okay. Well, my stream ended, and I didn't even realize that it ended, which sucks because I did a whole bunch of stuff, and I don't even know what I did and what I didn't do on camera here. I just found 2 diamonds, but even more crazy than that, this kind of nodule looking piece of the cave. I was talking earlier about how this section of it up here looks a little bit too circular to be natural, or like to have nothing in it. That right there, I could have sworn that, like, it would have meant there's, like, a geode or something behind it, and I mined into it. And instead of a geode being there, there was an entire, trial chamber. And I just did that, or a little bit of it. I did this first room here. I didn't realize the spawners in here could be only baby zombies, and that's what this first room was. I just fought off, like, 10 baby zombies in here. I opened up one of these little vaults, but it wasn't anything great. I saw diamonds in there, but I clicked it at the wrong time. I didn't realize that, or I didn't realize how you were supposed to activate it, and I clicked it at the wrong time. So, hopefully that's a pretty good sum up of everything I just missed. How did I miss these? This is an area I've been like 8 times. That's bewildering. That's like the 6th set of diamonds that's happened with in this cave. That puts me up to 4, which is still not like a crazy amount, but it's 4 more than I had before. Since my recording has just like abruptly stopped for no reason. Okay, great. Yeah, see, there's more of this trial. I probably would have ended up finding it anyway if I didn't decide to like go check it out. I really hate that there's deep dark over here too. I didn't think that there was, but there's a whole lot of these little side spout caves, which I probably should explore. It's easier, honestly, to go explore these than it is to go locate another cave right now, so I don't want to get too lost, but I feel like a lot of these are going to connect back around to where they originally started, so not super worried about it. Okay, more diamonds. Is it a 3 vein? See any more. Puts us up to 7. Oh, there's more directly behind me. I just came from that way too, but there's creepers. Shit. I don't want them to blow up the diamonds either. One down. Awesome. I guess the cave did have more to offer. I was about to say that it's probably close to being done here, but that one actually had a few of them in it. Oh my god, that one actually had quite a bit. That puts us up to 14. Okay. I'm actually just now realizing I need to make sure that I have tables ready for the villagers. Like, I need to make sure that I've got enough grindstones kind of just sitting ready for me to turn them into stonemasons. And I also need to prioritize making a bunch of lecterns too, which means I'm not entirely done with books. And actually, speaking of that, I wonder... So, I mean, I'm fully intending on going back to... Okay, awesome. I'm going back to the Stronghold because, again, I just don't think that that's all that there was. I've never seen a Stronghold that small before, and I refuse to believe that it's not just, like, walled off, generated weird. So, I think I'm gonna go back there and see if I can find it would be awesome if I could find one of the libraries that they have in those. Because then I won't need to make as many books myself, and I can just go grab a whole bunch of them real quick. And maybe I'll even find some nice enchanted books in the chests there. I could also find diamonds in other chests there too. If they're I mean, this could be entirely not worth it at all. It truly could be that small, but I just didn't check enough to make that assumption yet. I'm debating changing the format in which I'm doing these streams. When I first started doing this series and my other series that are published on YouTube for that matter, I did them live, but I was also recording them, and that's still how I'm doing them. But I've realized that I was doing that because it kind of made me feel like I was talking to an audience even if there was like nobody in there. And it made me better at commentating. But now that I've kind of got that down, I don't really need to stream it as much. And Admittedly, when people end up getting into the stream chat and I talk with them, it kind of sidetracks me. And when I'm doing a series that's like this one, I kind of don't want to get sidetracked because it's a lot easier to edit when I don't have to work around me talking to people in the stream. So it's possible and probable that I'm going to be changing my stream format to recording only and then editing. Just because I think that might be what works better for me. I think it depends on the game. Like if I was doing like mini games or something that wasn't like super important, I would try and do more streams still. You know, I think my utilization of live streaming is definitely gonna decrease from here. It just feels a little redundant at this point because I've kind of got the whole talking to myself thing down. So yeah, I'm gonna go to bed and then I'm gonna head back into the Nether, go over to our portal that we have at the Stronghold, and then I'm gonna check out, see if there just happens to be more Stronghold. I'm gonna go ahead and make that helmet though. This helmet will probably end up lasting long enough to the point where I can get enchants on it and everything. I'm actually back up to level 30, so maybe I should try and enchant it. I didn't even realize that happened. Respiration 3, that's one of the ones that I do need. So this could be a good starter kind of base helmet that I can combine my stuff with. So let me go ahead and enchant this before I leave. It's probably worth it. As long as we don't get like blast protection or something, we'll be fine. Okay, I'm happy with that. Unbreaking 3, Respiration 3. That means I don't have to get a Respiration 3 villager. I really should be farming XP too. I wasn't even thinking about that, but I need to be working on getting additional levels here. So it's easier for me to enchant my stuff when we come to that point and get my armor like combined with all the enchanted books and everything. But you know, if I can find a library, this is going to be worth it in the long term. And by long term, it's weird because it does take a while to do the whole like maxed out armor and weapons and everything. But it's weird because it's also a long-term goal and an immediate need, which is strange that it can be both of those things at once. I really should be wearing gold boots. I wasn't thinking about that, but I know that the portal here isn't all that far away, so I think we'll be okay. It's been a long time since I've played like a full like single player survival world without like plugins or like mods and stuff that like help you navigate your way. So making sure that I'm all like that I've got all my paths marked and stuff is stuff that I haven't really done in a long time, but is definitely made it a little bit easier to navigate this world as I've been kind of playing with it. Okay. This was the room that I entered. This is the staircase from the surface. And it feels like there's just no way that this could be it. Because it's this room, that room, and the portal. And what's weird is that this is a solid wall. Normally, even on the versions of these that are empty, this is almost never a solid wall. It's almost always like indented at the very least. And it feels like there could be more this way if I kind of just mine for a bit. Oh my god. That's awesome. Okay. I was like, there's no possible way this stronghold is that small. See, it just generated weird. It's a double thick wall, and oh, I knew that there had to be more. Never seen a stronghold generate that small. Oh, and there's a library. Okay, awesome. So books for basically probably life, this will actually probably provide me with... I probably won't need to make any more myself, realistically. Ooh, there's a armor trim. I forget that those actually spawn in here now. I'm gonna clear out most of the stream, just so it's a little bit easier to see. I'm gonna take all of the bookshelves in the middle at the least for now. Might take me a minute to do that without efficiency on my axe. I need to check the upper level and see if there's anything up there. Is this the same chest I looked at? It is. There's so many books, oh my god, like just loose books. Feather falling 4, that's great! I don't need to do feather falling either anymore. That's actually a relief. Oh my god, that's awesome. Got 14 books just from the chests, and I've got all of the ones that are just sitting here. And there could even be another library. Like, this might not be all of them. This is more than enough to make my lecterns and do some extra enchanting and stuff, but holy wow, man. I'm getting kind of lucky with some of the stuff I'm finding today. I'm still disappointed that my recording kind of quit out on me earlier. Kind of didn't capture me going into the trial chamber. Oh, I will say on that, we will revisit that at some point. I decided clearing one room of that was more than enough for now, because I am beyond underprepared for that. There's a 0% shot I'm going back in there right now. My inventory's full? Oh my god. I didn't realize I had that many books already. There's no way I'll ever need more books than that. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go explore some of this extra stuff here. There's a witch and a skeleton. Going in here's a risk right now that I'm not sure I want to take, but... As long as they're stuck back here, that's fine. The problem is the witch is healing, and I need that to not be the case. Did I kill both of the skeletons? I guess I did. That's kind of a section that... Oh! Okay. There's a golden apple, and some extra armor. I'll probably end up having to wear this realistically. I'm gonna get rid of... I don't need the mossy stone bricks, that's all decorative. Actually, I could incorporate some of these, stone bricks into the tower, because the tower, when I designed it in creative, it's actually supposed to be a mixture of a whole bunch of different types of stone bricks, so that kind of helps out. Yeah, all of a sudden this is a giant stronghold with like the most chests I've ever seen. I knew it had more to offer. I'm glad I decided to come back here, because truthfully I was like kind of on the fence about whether or not I was gonna come back just to go to the end, or come back just to or like come back at all beyond that. So there's another lower level. This might actually end up being one of the largest strongholds I've ever seen. Like, holy shit, dude. I at least want to get it like mostly lit up for now. I was hoping we'd find some diamonds in the stronghold chests, just because a lot of the times those chests actually will have like a diamond or two in them. And it felt like there was a potential shot at that being the case, but does not look like that is gonna happen for us today, which is fine. We found 14 earlier, and we're still finding some fairly good things that we need. I'm super happy that there was at least one library, because that makes the setting up the trading hall way easier than it was before. I've been in there. Oh my god! Are there 2 creepers? That could have been the end right there. That could have been it. Holy shit, dude. Oh, that's not worth going in. Oh, that scared the absolute fuck out of me. That could have been it. Definitely one of the biggest strongholds. Somehow has gone from being one of the smallest strongholds I've ever seen to inexplicably being one of the biggest ones I've ever seen. So that's kind of funny. I don't really know which way I just came from, though. I'm just wanting to check some of these side caves just because they happen to be in deep slate. You know, any opportunity I can take that might give me diamonds, I might as well. Just at least take a peek. Got enough torches for the time being. Oh! Okay, there's a big water cave here, but it looks like it opens up into kind of some more regular cave, and there are some diamonds here. I just gotta remember that this is where the entrance is. There's a creeper above me. Holy shit. Okay. I gotta fight him off. I can get rid of the paper. I won't need paper like ever again. Okay. This is a good big open cave. That's awesome because that makes the potential to find diamonds a lot higher. Problem is I'm gonna have to light up a lot. It's far away enough to the point where I'm not gonna run into cave I've already seen before, so. I definitely just saw some diamonds up there, but I want to take care of the immediate threat of this creeper, so. This one's, I think this cave is a little bit more open than the one close to home, too. Like, there, it looks like there's a lot more areas I can explore in the immediate vicinity. Pull out. I think this is the last of my torches for now. So I think I'm going to use these and then I'll head back home. Maybe I'll try and get up to level 30 with the mobs that are in this cave, see if I can enchant something else, but we're sitting a lot better now than we were at the beginning of this stream. C2. Could be more. Is it? Nope, just 2. That's okay. I think this is pretty far down because it looks like, you know, that's the first stone I've seen. So the stronghold must be fairly far down in order for me to have gone back up that high. Shit. All right. Oh, there's more diamonds in the back of that pillar, and there's more above me. I just saw. It's interesting because diamonds are definitely a little bit harder to notice for 2 reasons. One is because of the glow lichen that kind of like almost looks like a diamond, but also sometimes I think that the deep slate diamond texture, it's in the shadows, it's a little bit harder to see. It doesn't catch your eye as easily. So I think that might be, you know, I've been talking about in the previous streams how sometimes it's really easy to like blow right past diamonds and then see them on your way back. Be like, how did I miss that? I think that might be kind of the root reason for why that ends up happening. 1. There's more down there though. Definitely, I've got 26 torches. It looks like I can probably safely take this water, but I just don't really want mobs to be jumping down on top of me when I go down there. So kind of want to take care of this zombie first and at least get some of this area lit up. 1, 2, 3. There's another 8 diamonds that we wouldn't have had if we didn't even come here, so. Then I have to, I'm kind of not looking forward to this, but then I have to make my way back through the stronghold. This looks dead end-ish. Okay, there is a diamond in it though. Several, actually. That's a pretty large patch. That's why you always check, even if it looks like it's nothing. 17 diamonds on top of the 14 that we already got. It's like definitely enough for me to finish out my tools and make a whole other set of armor on top of it, which is awesome because I'm probably gonna have to, just, you know, looking at the condition of everything that we've got. I'm shocked that my original diamond armor has made it this far, you know, with the exception of the helmet that I just had to remake, but it's been shockingly productive, you know. I wasn't actually I was a little worried that I wasn't gonna have a whole lot to do starting the stream because truthfully, I do need to wait for like a fair amount of time, and thinking about it now, I may just AFK off camera and just let the villager farm do its thing. Because it's pretty efficient for a villager farm, but it's also, you know, it's never quick. So, and there's so much additional cave left here. So I think when I go mining from here on out, I might just come back to the Stronghold and explore the rest of this cave. But to do that, I'm gonna have to remember my way through the Stronghold to get back here. I mean, there's this whole other direction I didn't even explore. I'm out of torches though. Got like 4 stacks of books. More than enough stuff. Super lucrative trip. Super, super happy with that. I think what I'm gonna do when I get home is I'm gonna empty out my inventory, kind of sort through everything I got. Check on the villager farm, see if anything happened to happen. I don't think so. I don't think I waited long enough. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make the rest of my tools. I think that's, you know, we've got more than enough diamonds to do that. And our enchantment kind of situation is getting to the point where these will end up being our final tools, I'm pretty sure. So I shouldn't need to, I probably actually don't even need to go look for any more diamonds ever again, realistically speaking. Except for when I have to do netherite, because I forgot about the upgrade template and how they changed it. So you can't just put an ingot on there. You have to, oh fuck, we're gonna have to go find a bastion. Not excited to do that, but I think that'll still be a post-dragon task. Is that 28 diamonds just sitting there, not counting the ones that weren't stacked up. Get me a diamond axe. Get me a diamond shovel. And to hell with it, there's a diamond hoe. Got too many. Might as well. Okay. But yeah, I do think that between streams, I'm just gonna let my account AFK in my house. Clearly, it's within render distance of the farm, and that'll keep me safe and give me plenty of villagers, hopefully by the next stream. I really should just jumpstart the process by throwing some bread in there. Okay, there's level 30. Go up and enchant my sword. Hopefully I get anything besides like smite and other nonsense. Okay. Fuck. Oh, you're gonna do that to me? Silk touch and an axe. I know I don't want silk touch on a shovel. Damn it. Unbreaking 3. That could be potentially good. Let me go grab some lapis. It might actually help it last long enough to the point where I can get mending. Oh, that's illustrious. Protection 4, Unbreaking 3. On a chest plate, there's only 4 enchantments you need to max it out. You need Protection 4, you need Unbreaking 3, you need Thorns 3, and you need Mending. So this one's already 2 away from being perfect, which is awesome. I'm glad I just did that. That being said, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Feel really good about that. We got plenty of diamonds, so many books. I'm glad we went back to that Stronghold because that ended up being super lucrative. I know I technically only briefly touched on it, the fact that I just found a trial chamber in that cave over there, because of when my recording just kind of dipped out on me there. We will at some point revisit that when we're a little bit more capable and a little bit more protected. But yeah, overall, pretty productive stream. Kind of wasn't expecting that to be the case, but I will talk to you guys in the next one.